We got to talk about this Chargers debacle that happened the other night against the Vegas Raiders on national TV. When I saw the game was like 14-zip in the first quarter, I was like, this is going to be a game I don't care to watch at this point. The season's already over. But the way they were fumbling and stuff like that, I was like, are they purposely trying to tank this game to get rid of Brandon Staley? They're trying to change his name to Brandon Leavely. I never seen such a bad played game by the Chargers, and I've been watching the Chargers for decades. For decades. 40 some to 0 in the first half. People were talking about firing Brandon Staley at halftime. I don't like to talk about people getting fired, especially around holidays and stuff like that. But when you're in a public platform and you're coaching a team, it comes with the job. So he knew that when he took the job. He knew he had to produce or he'd be let go like any other coach. So he was there, 3 years? And I wasn't very happy with him after the Chargers blew that game to the Jaguars last season. We were winning 27-0 at halftime and then came back after halftime and could hardly get a first down. I was ready for him to go at that point. But, I felt sorry for him. I was watching the director that does the Charger games on YouTube, and he was saying the crowd was booing, and not this past game, the game before the Raiders. He said the crowd was booing, and he didn't know if they were yelling "Fire Staley," and he said Staley was looking up in the crowd, and I just kind of felt bad for him. I was like, can you imagine having a bad day at work and people were talking about fire you, booing you, and you're just sitting there like, man. But I just thought about him looking up at the crowd like that, and it made me feel kind of sad for him. But he'll find another job, maybe not head coach, at least not right away. Maybe head coach in college, who knows? But I hate to see people get fired, but the Chargers just weren't producing under him, and I don't want to hop on the Bash Staley bandwagon everybody's doing. But I remember the first time I saw him giving a speech to the Chargers in the locker room. I just didn't connect with the guy. And it's just some people you don't connect with. And I don't know if the team could feel that, but it just felt kind of like he was awkward talking to the guys. I'll just leave it at that. He just seemed kind of awkward. And some guys aren't great communicators. Some guys are better assistant coaches than head coaches, but he and Tom Telesco were let go. Let go, and a lot of people are happy about that, that Telesco's gone. And I hope we either get Harbaugh or Belichick. I was saying Bill because of his defensive mind, but we just had a coach who was supposed to be a defensive genius. So now I might be leaning a little more towards Harbaugh because he was a quarterback. He might be a good head coach for Justin Herbert. Those are the two guys I want to see take the job, either Bill Belichick or Harbaugh. That's what I want to see, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. What did you guys think of that Chargers-Raiders game, though? Did the Chargers tank it on purpose to send a message to the owners and Staley and the Spanos family? Was that a message? I know teams tank in basketball, and I've never been in favor of that. It seems so, it just seems kind of unethical when you see a team purposely lose so they can get a draft pick in basketball. It's like, that's not cool. That seems kind of, I don't know, like throwing a game for gambling or something. I just don't really like it. I feel like you should always play your hardest. I don't think they should have tanked it to get rid of the coach. I called it, though, right when I saw all them fumbles. I'm like, I think this is deliberate. I think they're trying to get rid of Staley. And I saw Keyshawn, what's his name? can't even think of his name, on First Take with Skip Bayless. And Keyshawn was saying that I've been on teams like this where you're in the locker room and about to have a meeting and you're like, oh, where's so and so? You know, the head coach, and they're not there, like, oh, then someone else comes in. So there's some NFL guys out there that played at the highest level saying that the Chargers tanked it on purpose to the Raiders. How could the Raiders be shut out the week before and then this week they score 63 points? For a minute, I didn't think the Chargers were going to get any points, especially since Justin Herbert wasn't playing. Not saying the stick isn't good, but that was just a bad way to get your coach up out of there. What did you guys think? It's the J. Roos Theory. LSR forever. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe. Be fearless. Yay.